Some people, when they cuddle because it's foreplay, right? That makes sense. It's going somewhere. It's the precursor before the thing that you have planned. As opposed to what I do, it's enough as it is. It's an end to itself. Again, really important to see there's a huge distinction between what I do. What I do is I want my clients to be seen, to be heard, to belong, where there is no pressure, no expectations other than just being there, and no pressure required. As opposed to in a more accelerated cuddle session, there is a lot of potential pressure, and there's a feeling like you need to be somewhere. All right, hold on, turn my notes over. The next thing is, and I've had this happen, some of my clients want their chest to be rubbed, their abs, lower abs to be rubbed, or their inner thighs, or their thighs, just on top of their thighs. That makes me wonder and question, like, I want a little bit more information about that. Instead, in the sessions that are the most exciting for me, but like just heartfelt, it's more nurturing. Connections are inside connections and outside. It's both of those. In a session, again, that's surprising to me, there's me. They feel very entitled to touch. They're very much in the I want this. And it can feel, again, like it's about them. In the sessions that I prefer are the ones that are mutual, where it's not self-serving, but we're both going into this knowing that we're both going to benefit from it. In the other sessions, or not even sessions, but like the requests that we get, they want very little clothing, lots of skin on skin, or no clothing at all. I had that many times requested. As opposed to what I do is clothing doesn't impede anything. It's not even something that's brought up. Sure, people want to know what do I wear and how to dress themselves because they want to be respectful, but clothing isn't even an issue. It's not why we're there. Another one that I've had people, it's pre-sexual, right? Like it's the thing before they have sex, or it can be romantic. We don't talk enough about how sessions can go into the romantic, where someone may ask me, can you tell me that you love me? Can you tell me that I'm the only one? Like there's a lot of them wanting to build that part up inside them. I'm really uncomfortable with that, as opposed to what I do, which is a platonic and friendly session. Sometimes I'll even say, it's like, if you're gonna cuddle with your other parent or your mom or maybe your sister or someone in your family, that's the kind of intention here that we're looking for. For the sessions, clients that I don't see, many of them need to masturbate after the session. Because they've built themselves so much that it's like they have to have a release. As opposed to the clients that I see, some of them actually, because they know themselves and they know that they may get steered in this direction that I've been talking about, they may masturbate before a session because they don't want that to be a part of their session at all. So I guess the last thing I'll say is many of my clients that, although they'll ask for things, they say, I just want to lose myself in a session. And this one's a little tricky to explain. I just want to lose myself. And what I find with those, that they'll say later, actually the session, I didn't lose myself. I found myself. And that's the power of what we do, the platonic touch and cuddling. Some things that are neutral, those of you who are like, well, what about this and this and that? Like, these are the neutral things that they can go either way, and I always hope for the best. Erections, go either way. I'm not worried about it. People that like to squeeze really tight, can go either way. I mean, that could mean something either direction, but again, for me, it's neutral. Wanting to have skin contact, like arms or face, or like feet or legs, all really great. Again, skin contact is kind of a neutral idea. Fluids, there is no like fluid exchange, but like sweat, slobber, sometimes I slobber on my clients just because I'm like facing down and I'll like tell them like, I think some slobber's coming out. But again, those are neutral for me. Safety, important in either of those, whichever session you do. Trust, acceptance of the person, boundaries. Again, for those more neutral items, it's the intention. Now, in my kind of description when I went back and forth, if you feel like you're looking for the first type of description, then there's no judgment. I want you to know that that's fantastic. And there are sex workers that do that kind of work, that they will want you to get excited, and they want you to be like going towards a goal, and they'll want you to, you know, raise your heart rate and make it a workout. You know, that's their thing. So like I think it's wonderful. Go find those people, sex workers. And if you're looking for the more nurturing, connecting, slowing down, relaxation, where it's about human connection, friendly, it's mutual connection, mutual acceptance and care, then that's what I do. And that's what those who are in the professional cuddling industry, we're trying to raise to the surface. So thank you all for listening. I love you all.